late at night, and I'm gonna play Control. In fact, it's so late, it's probably more accurate to say that it's early morning. Um, let's go back to Central Executive, start the AWE DLC. Before we do that, let's use these ability points. Right, here we go.
Everything's good here, Director.
It's from the elevator, right? Investigations. Loading in. Okay, kind of spooky. Real dark. Okay.
Hello? Anyone here? Guess not.
Real dark.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
Darling investigation. Official findings report. Summary. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D0845 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous redacted regarding inhumane treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. That's probably in reference to Dylan. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of redacted sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed the redacted's code name to be redacted, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend investigation into redacted research. Refer to file 982-0136 for full report. Head of investigations. Okay. Casey inquiry. Mr. Dennis, or Denis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. For the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with their writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy, Special Investigator Gleason. Possible lead on the Wake case. Okay. Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead, from the containment breach yesterday. Jonathan Connor, Ezra Cruz, Caroline Dempsey, Lindsay Malcolm, Charles Murray, Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE, like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here. Given their records, it is possible they've switched teams, like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenum. Tractor procedures. Burrow Tractor AI-82KE containment procedure. Item is not in Bureau custody. None known. Description, altered effect. A Frank Elk tractor, olive green. Dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses or growls, and unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Background. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived, but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panic calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Haunted tractor. So many files. Ethics investigation. Official findings report regarding the Prime Candidate program. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate program, redacted by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic redacted and redacted. Redacted were brought into the oldest house and placed under redacted examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic redacted of paranaturally inclined redacted. Not only is this in breach of the ASH Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted. This investigation team unequivocally redacted the Prime Candidate program and recommends that it be redacted immediately. Refer to file 982-0136 for a full report. Seems like the program is found to be unethical. French official warning. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You're choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Not sure when he issued this. Maybe at this point he was already losing his mind from the hiss. Official findings report. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Redacted was launched into the Redacted of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in Redacted witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive Redacted when redacted, with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable Redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the Redacted kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's Redacted as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any Redacted and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Refer to file Redacted for full report. Official findings report regarding Dr. Raya Underhill. Dr. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the Oldest House. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Darling. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Paracriminal, that's interesting. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector, and revisited intermittently ever since. Romantic relationship? Depending on the duration of her work in the Oldest House, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Darling's request to offer Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Refer to file 708-5286 for full report. Okay. Shaded facet. Tractor supplement. No miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow William, male, Caucasian. Case summary. 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings. Blunt force injuries, head. Lacerations, left ear cheek. Blunt force injuries, extremities. Dislocation, right knee. Complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. Complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from the scene. Conclusion: it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. But we know that it's because of the tractor that came to life. Firebreak Sector Head Office. Sector Head Office. Let's loop back around. Cauldron Lake update. To Chief Investigator Denis, it happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our Redacted. Could be raccoons, the locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a Bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Redacted Lake if they won't let me see any data? Well, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this Redacted hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Estevez. Staffing issue. Mr. Denis. So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, and the ones who left for the other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filling the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Grayson. Resignation. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as the head of investigations for the Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's redacted, probably safety. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame the situation on our redacted, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the redacted loose inside. I will never forget the screams of Ray Visions begging for us to open that firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The redacted has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, Kirkland. Probably referring to Trench?
It's not working. Probably a loose power core somewhere. There. Now that gate should open.
Specimen Escape Assessment. Internal Confidential. The purpose of Internal Investigation X0397 is to examine the containment failure of Specimen SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of redacted agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researcher's notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the redacted of redacted, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive redacted. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1. The air filters were changed, and 2. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Redacted entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. See interview 65F124. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Redacted's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the redacted investigation is going. Refer to file 6230721 for full report. So, I didn't play Alan Wake, so I don't recall whether, maybe this is related to Alan Wake and this is in reference to Alan as the specimen that has escaped. Don't touch. Okay.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Paracriminal Profile, the Blessed Organization. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Refer to file 7390922 for full report. Okay.
Do we know each other?
Meek.
This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you?
I'm you, but stronger.
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
White Springs.
Yippish.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding.
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
That was the Alan Wake? The famous writer? He disappeared years ago. It was all over the news back then. And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I didn't play Alan Wake. I remember watching a playthrough of it years ago, but I don't remember much of the details because I didn't play it myself. I imagine Alan Wake fans were pretty hyped with the announcement of this DLC years back, and you know, eventually it'll lead into Alan Wake 2. Don't know if I should play through Alan Wake before playing Alan Wake 2. Is it required? I mean, obviously, it's always good to have a good idea of the prior installments in the series, but I don't know. Maybe I can just read a summary of Alan Wake and then jump right into Alan Wake 2. Okay. spooky. Is Control considered a horror game? I mean, never found it to be too scary. There's a lot of great imagery.
Dr. Lemieux Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
There's a lot of great imagery in Control that certainly invokes fear and horror and aspects like that, but I don't think I've ever been scared. I don't think I've ever found anything too scary in Control. Unsettling, yeah, but not so much scared, so I don't know. I wouldn't consider this a horror game, but, you know, maybe this DLC will have spookier aspects. Alright, let's explore the investigation sector. Ah. Spike over there. Wait a minute. Alright, let's load across. Nope. Ooh. Somebody got crushed.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned.
Investigations.
Wake want me to come here.
Filing Processing Operations Center. What the? Okay, everything's multiplying and floating.
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
This is wild. What's this mod?
Of course, the Hiss are already in here.
Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. That's bullshit. What gossip? Hello, my feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. Interesting letter. Abandoned offices. Okay.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Hartman arrest. Official arrest report. Offender name: Hartman Emil. Victim name: Wake Allen Anderson Tor Anderson Odin. Redacted. Lane Rudolph Dessel Wendy Emerson Thomas. Redacted. Officer name: Denis Special Agent Remy. Charges: Code 4 kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count. Code 8 sanctions against altered organizations, 1 count. Code 37 obstruction of Bureau investigation, 1 count. Code 74 breaching the Ash Act, 6 counts. Additional notes: offenders' property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offenders' personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility, and Wake possibly deceased. Shaded facet. And the powerful light source at the darkness to destroy it. Oh.
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
I remember this from Alan Wake, the flashlight mechanic.
burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
Darn. What we got in here? Nothing. Wait a minute. Let's collect flashlights. Ooh. Hold? Can I get through here? Computer dodge efficiency. Where did my other light go? Oh, here we go. Okay, we're in the vents. Whoa. Firebreak operations, active investigations.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton.
What? Need some light. Super dark. Oh?
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance, even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right. I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God, I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Fisher? You meet a ghost, a zombie, a shadow person? Fisher! Interrogation complaint. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do. My job? Want to know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. And I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists, and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You go ahead and put me on suspension, see if that slows me down, Agent Hewitt. They turned a train into an altered item? Okay. It's so dark. Is there power core somewhere? Here we go. Black market. Official findings report, illegal altered item market. Summary. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects. As well, genuine, altered, and paranatural materials was raided and redacted. Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. Following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. C. The motivations of these collectors are largely unknown. Refer to file 512-0221 for a full report. Ati. No. More files. The Eagle Limited, AWE 44. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Redacted. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. Event response. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Bloomington, Illinois. 5/25/2015.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Okay. Shadow. Examination of paranatural entities, the Shadow. Paranatural entity A010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive redacted consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestations of sentient redacted, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material as well as exerting redacted over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals. Human bodies redacted by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain redacted of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded objects, similar to Type B except that inanimate objects are redacted solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE 35, which may imply a shared link to a redacted intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive-defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an redacted. Refer to file 634-1923 for full report. Interesting. Eventuality of an invasion? Perhaps. There's no switch for me to flip? This. The switch. Whoa. What the hell? Damn it. Isn't there like a hiss corrupted vending machine that walked by?
Planted here have died standing up. Lighten them up.
Ah, more plants. Alright, let's go make some new friends.
Here is getting bad. The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's not good for you. Headache, nausea, mold, depression. How can you tell whether you are in? Kysyisin nyt saada päänsä edelleen.
Get rid of darkness.
Darkness everywhere. New day, same old bloody shit, says the old man. Like tar but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
Lance. NASA Cooperation Review, Interagency Cooperation Decision regarding NASA. Following the NASA FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining, now found in all spacefaring vessels. That's awesome. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. Thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the Redacted far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of Blackrock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Redacted will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource from remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Refer to File 381-4812 for full report. This is a cool piece of writing, implying that the space program is utilizing Blackrock. Trench.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
Elevator. Hartman background. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Redacted, Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent Redacted abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping Redacted to his own benefit, which has earned him a Class II paracriminal designation. For more on the link between artists and their ability to redact reality through artistic mediums, see File Redacted. Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the Redacted investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released Redacted months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. His medical license has been permanently revoked. Refer to File 712-8557 for full report. Need a power core. Anything here? Get off the file over there. Pick up this file. Door appearance. Ocean View Motel observation report. An excursion into the Ocean View Motel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. This door featured a spiral-shaped marking, designation door, redacted. Similar to the other doors, it is locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Bright Falls AWE, refer to AWE 35 for details, and the former wife of missing author Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian and redacted, contacted Agents Shaw and Dempsey of the investigation sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. All resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought into the oldest house for an in-person interview. For a full transcript, refer to file redacted on redact 2017. The excursion into the Ocean View Motel occurred later that same day. Conclusion. Determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken into the motel itself to confirm if any other changes occur.
Brian Hennerman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, man, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Hennerman.
I do?
Tell me about Delivery Disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a, a K, not an N, not night like nighttime, but
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
no one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off, and I could move out of my parents' basement, and maybe even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear.
Gotta go.
I swear.
Oh, that was cutting it close.
I'm ending the session.
Maybe I can grab a core from up here.
Shit. Now what? What is that?
Powered by hungry darkness.
Come on, elevator, time to go.
Okay. That is spooky.
Like the light. I can use that.
Go. Ew.
Yeah, how do you like that? Arcade machines. Shoom. Shim. Shoo. Whoa. Whatever.
Cool. What the hell? Survive against the horde piss. Okay. Please! Oh god. That orb. Still not over? can't see it. We done? Help out. Oh, that's nice. Damn. Oh god. What the hell? That was dangerous. Oh my god.
Games are so realistic these days.
Right? Oh, that took longer than I'd like. Night Springs screenplay, page 1. Note the screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Night Springs spec script, episode Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. Post VO. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are the things you can discover in Night Springs? Into Secret Lab, Night. We are in a secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads, The Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientists. I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. Director. It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. Scientist. But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. Interesting. Seems like Alan Wake has conceptualized the FBC in some form.
Okay, this room is really intimidating and all, but I know my rights. It's not a crime to try and get a book signed.
Making unauthorized contact with a dangerous paranatural entity is indeed a Bureau offense, Mr. Langston, and can be prosecuted as such.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Listen, this is being blown way out of proportion. All that happened is I heard Dr. Hartman had been brought in, and since I'm a huge Alan Wake fan, I thought it'd be cool to get a copy of The Creator's Dilemma signed. That's a book that Hartman wrote about.
We know what it is.
Okay, good. So yeah, I was just looking to fill out my Wake collection. I certainly didn't know Hartman had turned into some kind of shadow zombie.
That's a completely inaccurate
Shadow zombie.
Whatever, listen, I'm just a desk jockey. I sort papers, do data entry, that kind of stuff. Don't come down on me like this. I made one mistake. I mean, I see people break the rules all the time and no one is pulling them into dark rooms to yell at them. Yesterday, Dave Gleason and his crew were talking to that empty spacesuit and laughing their heads off.
We're letting you off with a warning, Mr. Langston. But this is going on your record, so one more screw-up and our next chat won't be so friendly.
Great. That is just great to hear, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, is there any chance I could get my copy of The Creator's Dilemma back?
Get out.
Power cores. Should be more here now. More light. I think that's it for this room. Anything else? All right, here we go.
Investigations.
Jesus, don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Ooh, several AWEs. Eagle Limited. Launch speed boost. One more. Okay. Bright Falls.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that firebreak. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those, Langston.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far. Let's go flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of exciting.
It's just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't want
I don't
to
know why
brag.
people are making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but when he's weird, it's charming. Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about. I guess at the end of the day, we're still just wild animals scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else. He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just, you know, people talk.
Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind. Too much work to do to focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused.
Stop talking.
So I get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's
of
just
course,
gonna talk forever,
can't always
isn't
make
he?
it home for mealtime, so I have my neighbor check in on Alfred at 7 o'clock if I'm not back yet. She's very nice. Her name is Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. She has a couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big family. Very nice people. Anyway, she has a key to my apartment, and she gives Alfred
my
his dinner
God.
if I'm not home. I'm gonna have to buy her a nice fruit arrangement as a thank you after this. I'm missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back. Hold on, let me make a note. Pay back Maria for Alfred's food. Okay. Oh, one more thing. And buy her a fruit arrangement. All right, done. Are you a cat person? I don't think I ever asked. You seem like one, though. You'd like Alfred. He's very proper. Really carries himself well, you know? I named him after my favorite poet. Felt like a good fit. I got Alfred just before Sylvia died when I was at the... You know, I don't really remember where I got Alfred from. But, boy, those two did not get along. Oh, no. Sylvia thought she owned the place. Didn't like me getting in her way, scratched me more than once when I was just trying to move her food bowl. That cat was a real asshole.
How long is this going to go on for?
That language was
kinda
not
harsh.
entirely, professional. You see, Sylvia didn't tolerate most people, or animals, or anything. And that's what I meant when I said asshole. I would never use that word about a person. It was just, hey, there's a light flashing on the console here. I got to, check this out. I'll get back to you later.
Real smooth, Langston.
I can't believe they wrote so much of that dialogue that most people probably just skipped. That's great. Right balls, not available. Eagle limited. Alright. Oh my... Are you kidding me? Oh my god. The most dangerous hiss. Shield kills reload efficiency. Shield kill, okay. Too many mods, not enough space. Okay. So dark. The hell? What was that? Flashlight. Power 4. Ranger station.
Director Faden here. Dispatch a ranger to this location.
The Hiss are in for it now.
Hell yeah. What the hell? Okay, he just died, like, right away. Maybe that was my fault. Shit. Come on. Not good. Here we go. No. Yes. Damn it. Not good. Please.
Alright, Ahti. Was this what you had in mind?
Brain missing. Oh no, brain missing. To the good-for-nothings at the security check. I know you took a part of my brain when you put me through that metal detector. I'm not stupid. I know what they're really for. What I don't know is whether taking a part of my brain causes me to lose my memories or to lose sleep. I've been told if you lose sleep, you lose everything else too. That's where you trick us regular people. Now I don't know which it is and I can't remember what you did to me. But I can tell you all this much. I don't find this funny at all. I want my memories back, and you can be sure the next time I visit the Baltimore-Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, I will come and find you and make you fix what you broke. Sincerely, I don't think I will be signing this with my real name. Like I said, I'm not stupid. You can just mind your own business. Brain missing. Light. Where am I? Alright. Still super dark. Did I miss anything? This is the right path for progression. Old people. Come on. Wait, where did my lamps go? Mold. Ugh. That's it. Screenplay, page 2. The robust director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads for the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. Director, all the more reason. The entire screen is filled with dangerous red. Then it fades away and we see that the two men are in another dimension. The air ripples around them as if they were a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in the Texas sun after a 5-day road trip. Unknown dimension, night. Scientist, what have you done? You've doomed us. Director, control yourself, Doctor. Where's this beast of yours? Scientist, right there, sir. A horrible, shapeless, shifting entity fills the horizon. It can't be described, that's how horrible it is. Director, what a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. Right? Real dark. Whoa.
Christ. Did the Hartman thing do all this?
indication? Okay. Yellow. Okay. There is. So let's see. Yellow comes into here. Wait, let's open red first. Red over here. Blue requires 4 cores. This one is orange. There. And here. Where'd that power core go? Now for main door, yellow. There. And here.
Reminder, the law of 3 also applies to all faucets within the oldest house. Be mindful and don't cause any aquatic misconduct. Thank you for your attention.
Light. Anything in here? No. Control point. Alright, let's pause for now and pick it up next time. That was pretty cool. Definitely more scary than the usual atmosphere of the game. Certainly interesting to see all the references to Alan Wake, and you know, probably be more meaningful if I remember anything about Alan Wake from what I've watched, but still very interesting. Excited to see what happens next. Till next time. See ya.